absolutely beautiful afternoon in Texas. Wow. So things have finally slowed down a little bit for us here this summer, right before they pick back up again. But beautiful Saturday afternoon, enjoying the 95-degree weather outside, and got some yard work done, all sorts of good stuff. But I was cleaning up some stuff here on the workbench. We have a package here from Faxon firearms. Now, I think I know what this is, but it's been here for a little while, and I have not exactly been on top of my YouTube stuff. My company is very busy during the summertime. We run events, and it is event season for us, so things have been wild. But if this is what I think it is, I'm going to need your help to figure out what to do with it. Okay, fun. We've got the Faxon adjustable gas block. This is their new patented adjustable gas block that looks like it's a 625, so I bet that matches what our barrel is here. They have a new way to do adjustable gas blocks. It's pretty darn cool, it's pretty innovative, and it actually makes a ton of sense if you think about it. We have a barrel here, if you can read on there, it says 1022. Now, this is their 416R barrel. This is their match line, and I hope it's flame fluted. It is flame fluted. Oh yeah. Okay, take a look at that beauty. Now this thing is threaded, which is mostly the reason why we're here. A couple of weeks ago, maybe longer, maybe a month ago, Faxon sent their new 22 Toucan. I have not done a review on it yet because I haven't shot it. So we have just one 22 with a threaded barrel. Our 1022s, they have, just the regular barrel unthreaded. I have the BCA 201, I believe, that's the 22. It's got that bull barrel. Thought about getting that threaded. For some reason, they don't make a threaded option for that. But we need a 22 thread here. So here's my first thing for you. Here's my first question for you. Beautiful flame fluted 16-inch barrel. This could go on either one of those 1022s. Those are the only ones that we're doing videos on, is that vintage 1022. I believe it's from the 80s. Shoots pretty good. It's in a wood stock. So we could put this on there, or we could put the Faxon on the Bear Creek action and go that way. Now that one has that Hogue stock, not really very attractive. So should I look at some chassis? Let me know if you have a 1022 chassis that you like. Maybe we'll just take that action, either pull it out of the wood stock or pull it out of that Bear Creek. It's a Hogue stock over mold thing. Yeah, that's the 22 match series. So it should be a really good shooter. We'll have to put it together and figure that out. Okay, what else is in here? Oh, okay, I know what this is. We have another barrel. Now, the 22 ARC has been out for a while. Talked to Faxon about 22 ARC quite a few times. They actually wanted me to do this project about a year ago, and I just had too many things in the works. So picked up this, 22 ARC barrel. How long is this? Now, one of the only bummers for me is that Faxon only has this. Again, this is the match series 416R stainless. Should be a really good barrel. You guys want me to run a bore scope through it and take a peek? We can do that coming up here. But 16-inch barrel, when they first came out with it, Faxon was doing 12s, 14s. And when we were talking about this, I was thinking, do you still have the 12s and 14s? Unfortunately, they no longer have 12s and 14s. So we'll have to do a 16, and we'll have to do a suppressor. I'm probably going to run the Stealth Additive Works SAW Ekron. It's called an Ekron. Works for 5.56, works for 22. So what should we do with this? I definitely have some 22 ARC ideas. It looks like we can do, is that the right? Yeah, that's the right gas tube for that. So it looks like we've got adjustable gas block, gas tube, and that barrel from Faxon. So that'll be a pretty cool build. I'm excited about that. We need to figure out what we're going to run that in. So a couple of options for you. I have a Faxon 6.5 Grendel that shoots phenomenally, and it has a barrel from Olympia Arms. I'll see if I can throw a picture of it up, but there's a Grendel that is all Faxon. Handguard, upper, lower, has the barrel from Olympia Arms, I believe. It's got a custom barrel and a bolt carrier group, but it's 6.5 Grendel, and it's set up to be a 16-inch barrel. I've always wanted to suppress that rig. It's a beautiful gun. It's got a nice big Vortex Viper PST on it, and I think it's got a good trigger in it too. Since I'm probably not going to be doing a ton of Grendel that I need 2 of those, we could swap that to be a 22 arc, and it would be ready to go, barrel swap only. Option number 2 for you is the LRG, the long range Grendel, the OD Green and FDE gun. Another beautiful gun, great trigger. That gun is an absolute tack driver. It has an Odin Works barrel on it, 6.5 Grendel, so I guess I could switch that over to be the Faxon barrel. That would be the same length handguard. That would work perfect. Again, that gun is 100% ready to go. That would be another option, or option number 3. I already know you guys are going to go with option number 3 because you don't care how much money I spend. And so option number 3 is a full custom build. This is a premium lower that's been Cerakoted by our friends at BMF Battleworks. So Cerakoted, this was an 80% that I milled up, and this is from Fort Worth, Texas, a company called 80% Arms. I like those guys very much. They've always wanted us to do a build on their premium ambi lower, and I finally got it Cerakoted. I finally got it cut on the inside, and so this could be the time for that. Faxon upper receiver here, also Cerakoted. You might be wondering what color this is. It is not FDE. This is a color called Barrett Brown. So I'm pretty sure you're gonna say option 3. Give me a 3 in the comments if you wanna see a fresh build. Give me a 2 in the comments if you want to see the Project LRG with the Odin Works barrel, if you want to see that swapped over to 22 arc. Or option 1 is we do a full Faxon build and we run that Faxon upper lower handguard with the Faxon barrel. It currently doesn't have a Faxon barrel on it, so that would make that a complete Faxon setup, which could be pretty cool. All right, pretty sure you guys are gonna go with option 3, but don't let me skew your results. Next up, unboxing. We got some stuff over here. We're just behind, guys. It's been busy. The month of June has just been wild. Let's take a gander at our very first US optics. This is the TX. This is the TXH 3 to 18. Now, US Optics also owns Zero Delta, which we've done some projects for them. US Optics, Zero Delta, and then a big fan of Unbranded AR. In fact, Unbranded is one of my longest running sponsors, and they're all in the same umbrella: US Optics, Zero Delta, and Unbranded AR. Now, this came out at SHOT Show, and I don't really remember the story on this. I feel like it was supposed to be ready and then maybe it had a delay, but a really cool optic. US Optics makes some really good stuff. Now, their foundation line is the premium line. So if you've heard of US Optics or you've seen professional shooters that are running US Optics, they're running that foundation series. If you go to their website, you can see it. And those are fully custom, made in the USA. You can custom design a reticle. You can choose from their dozen custom reticles. You can get a full Cerakote job on it. Now, this line, the HTX, is their budget line, but it's still certainly not a cheap scope. Although I say that, I've never even looked through it. Should I actually? Oh. Yeah, that'll be really nice. I've got the doors open on the shop, and so I can see pretty far out there. That's, I mean, that's as good. Looks really clear, edge to edge. That's going to be nice. So I'm thinking about putting this on whichever way we go on that 22. So if you choose option 1 or 2, both of those builds already have scopes. So those are barrel swaps only. If you choose option 3, and we end up going with this Barrett Brown option, I could put this on there. Although we've also got, I've got a thermal sitting here we could put on there. Another thermal we could put on there. We have lots of options for optics, which is cool. But a daytime plinker, This could be a 3 to 18. This could be a good one to run. All right, so some really cool stuff for you to consider. I'm excited about July and August. I don't even know if I can tell you the whole list of stuff that's coming up. There's a barreled action build and a custom chassis. It's coming up, 6.5 Creedmoor. I have a Telson Optics, the big one, the Target Master Victory. Got that bad boy in to put on that. I've got the chassis. It's getting Cerakoted. We're getting the barreled action in from Brownells. Lots of cool stuff happening with that. That'll be a really fun project. We've got this 22 ARC that's in the works. The 6 ARC has been re-barreled with a custom Mostech barrel. That's the gun that I took to sniper school. We've just barrel swapped it. It now has a 12-inch barrel on it. It's an SBR. It's got that same Telson 3 to 18, which, by the way, 3 to 18, that's a sweet spot for optics. If you're not shooting a mile, 3 to 18, that's the way to go. You can still get the full field of view when you're at a couple hundred yards, and then if you need a little bit more zoom to make a 6, 7, 8, 900 yard shot, you've got 18 power there. Great way to go. So there's a new red dot that came in. I'll show it to you guys later, but that's gonna go on a Glock that we built in 2022, right when I crossed over 10,000 subscribers. That was my gift to myself, from myself. Beautiful 80% build. Only been shot. I bet it doesn't even have a box through it. It just sits on my desk and looks beautiful. Reminds me of that big day turning over 10,000 subscribers. By the time I had the gun done at the end of the month, we had already rolled over 20,000 subscribers. So that was really cool. A big memory for me, because I never dreamed of having 10,000 subscribers. Never the goal. Yeah, my wife and daughter think it's absolutely hilarious that that people want to hear me talk about firearms, because they definitely don't want to talk about firearms. Okay, I need to go move the water. I got some more weeds to pull. Probably gonna go to dinner with the wife. It's a beautiful day. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.